Hello and welcome to the Midland Earth channel. It's another episode of Midland Movie News, and today we have got a Oscars special, as I've literally just watched it, and me and Lewis wanted to get the news and our thoughts out to you as soon as possible. So here we are. We did a nominations show not long ago and talked about a few little things that are ideas and who might win, and I think we're pretty much on the ball, really. I think, to be fair. I think our predictions were pretty much spot on. It's been a really good ceremony this year, I feel personally, but it was nice energy in the room. There wasn't anyone being overly political.
Slapped this year.
Huh?
No one being slapped this year.
That does help. There's no accidental announcements that were wrong. There was no technical difficulties. Nothing. It was pretty alright, to be fair. There was a lot of people being musicked off though, like, now let's play the music, and they're still talking, like, oh no, but I want to say that. No, you're not allowed, just get off. Oh. There was loads of that. It happened 6 times. They were like, play the music, and they're like, no, why not? Oh.
They tend to though, because people just go on way too long. It's ridiculous.
You could tell that they kind of gave more people, the big awards, more room though, because I think, which one was it? It was I think K-pop Demon Hunters won best original song or something, and they got a couple of minutes, and then they played the music, and one guy was like, "Hey, no, I want to say something," and they just carried on playing the music, and turned the lights off and everything. They were like, "Oh," and then but Michael B. Jordan got ages for his speech, so that was quite funny. But yeah, I guess they do that generally, to be fair, because obviously they're the prestige awards, aren't they, and things. So
Matt Berry doing the announcements, didn't
I noticed that as soon as it came on.
I'm surprised that they didn't just have him just say something ridiculously offensive just to get people off the stage.
I feel like he was doing something weird with the pronunciation of some certain things as well. I feel like
that's just Matt Berry. That's how he talks.
Is it actually? He does? Yeah, he just naturally talks like that.
If you want a compilation of Matt Berry talking, pronouncing things in a really, really outlandish way, just watch a compilation of him in What We Do in the Shadows.
Okay.
And you'll see how he does it. It's one of his this is how we talk in Tucson, Arizona. He's like New York City and things like that.
But does he do it to be funny, or is that just the way he talks?
I think it's become part of his persona for the characters that he plays, because he tends to play similar characters these days. But I imagine he probably doesn't speak like that maybe in real life, but certainly whenever he's in front of the camera. I mean, even in his introduction in the IT Crowd, he barges into a church where it's his father's funeral.
Father! I love that. It's so funny.
So they could have had him doing something like that just to get people off the stage.
It was good though. It was good.
Yeah,
it was a good voice in the clouds. But yeah, some of the jokes fell a bit, but some of them were good, to be fair. Funny.
Conan O'Brien was hosting, wasn't he?
Yeah, good old Conan. He's always.
So were they his jokes that weren't landing there?
I mean, most of his were all right. I think it was more some of the actors and stuff that got given lines, and they were a bit.
Oh, that we're doing hosting the awards themselves.
Yeah.
I've seen a clip this morning, because obviously it was. I don't have Sky anymore, so I wasn't able to watch it live.
It's on TV.
Was it?
Like a recap. It's not like a lot. I think it might have been live, but
I was obviously up in the morning whilst it was going ahead, because I worked nights, so I stayed up late. That's why I slept in when you were watching it on the replay. Because I don't have Sky anymore, I wasn't able to watch it, but I was sort of kind of paying attention. I've seen a clip this morning of Jimmy Kimmel. He did the award for best documentary feature, I believe.
I think it was, yeah.
And he was going on about, he was obviously doing a bit of a skit. It was clearly a dig at Trump, going on about free speech, but he can't say who it is, world leaders and whatnot. We just leave that to North Korea and CNN. Or CBS, and then he said something about although they'll be kicking themselves in the White House because his wife's documentary hasn't been picked for this award, so he'll be really annoyed.
Yeah, there's a few little jabs.
I imagine that went down quite well within the audience.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good ceremony, really good. I enjoyed it. But
No.
there's a few little reunions as well. Like they had like all the bridesmaids women on stage at one point, which was funny for like best score, I think it was. And
So they got Downey Jr. and Chris Evans up for the 14th anniversary of the Avengers film being released.
Yeah, but I like
how they did a bit.
Downey was wearing green as well. It's quite cool.
Yeah, he was in Doom colours.
Yeah.
They did a bit of a skit about like Chris Evans got in a signed script from the original film as a present, and Downey hadn't bought him anything. Then he runs backstage and comes back out with a sparkly thong, claiming it's Channing Tatum's from Magic Mike.
Yeah, I thought Channing Tatum was probably the funniest out of all of them, to be fair, because he was like.
To which he then, what was his response? I'm going to need that back because I've got work later.
Yeah, that was funny. I like that. Yeah, the tribute bit was like huge this year as well, because like loads of people have like passed away and stuff. Obviously, there was including of like Catherine O'Hara and Robert Redford and Diane Keaton. Yeah, so all of them were announced, and there's like loads, but it was well done, very respectful, which was nice.
They normally get the in memorandum bit done well, and it's normally quite tasteful the way that they do it. I've not ever seen anything like when it comes to like the Oscars or BAFTAs or Golden Globes where they don't do that in a tasteful way. Because can you imagine the backlash they'd get if they didn't do it at all, or they did it in like a really disrespectful way? No, here's some people who died this year. We're not going to show you pictures. We're just going to have them go up like a load of credits.
Oh God,
it just like people would like properly kick off. So they've got to do it in a respectful way.
But yeah, Conan did a good job. To be fair, I think he's always pretty solid. And
at least it wasn't Ricky Gervais.
Why do you not like Ricky Gervais?
No.
Do you not?
No, I don't find him funny.
Oh, you don't like offensive comedy now?
No, I do like offensive comedy. I just don't like Ricky Gervais.
He's not not to everyone's taste. But
I agree with him on some of his stances around like animal cruelty and the environment and whatnot, but in terms of his comedy, I just don't find it funny.
No. Yeah, I like the bit at the beginning. I've not seen Weapons, but like they did this. Have you seen Weapons?
No.
I mean, okay. They did this thing at the start where it was like he had makeup on like the old woman from Weapons, and then all these kids were like chasing him, and he was going through all the loads of different scenes and all the movies from the year and stuff. That was quite good. That was quite an inventive opening. I enjoyed that. Yeah, no drama really, I don't think. Just a nice celebration of what's it? There were some good speeches. Michael B. Jordan's was good. Jessie Buckley was really nice. She like mentioned like it was Mother's Day and stuff, and she wanted to like it was like a tribute to all the strong women in film and mothers and everything, and the craziness of being a mum and stuff, which was quite nice. Because she's like a new mum, I think her daughter's like eight months old, so that was quite nice. Michael B. Jordan paid tribute to like the black actors that had won like previously, you know, like Will Smith and Denzel and Halle Berry and things like that, which was good.
I've seen a clip of that this morning.
Yeah, and you could see that he was like overwhelmed and amazed.
Yeah, he's quite humbled by it, wasn't he?
Get it, kind of thing. Yeah, it was really nice, I think, to be fair, because I think overall he's been quite a solid actor in most of the things that I've seen him in. He's always puts on a brilliant performance, so I think it's about time he got acknowledged, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, personally, I think he's a good actor. I don't watch many sports movies, but I really like the Creeds. They're pretty good. I like him in Black Panther. He was good. I wonder if they'll bring him back now. He's like Oscar winning. Will they somehow find a way to bring Killmonger back? Possibly.
Potentially, there's the way that they're doing it. Obviously, with Doomsday and then Secret Wars, and the multiverse collapsing, they could just bring a different variant of him back from a different universe. It'd still be played by him, so there's always that possibility.
The K-pop Demon Hunters were people who did that song were really like appreciative of winning it as well. To be fair, they were really like happy, and no one was surprised really about that, about best song and best animated feature. To be fair, I think that was pretty much in the bag for that. But yeah.
Should we get into the awards then? Okay.
What we're starting with?
Should we work our way up from sort of the production ones and then in with a big one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have a quick look. I think we could probably bunch these three together then, because they're won by the same film. So best production design, best makeup and hairstyling, and best costume were all won by Frankenstein. Which was obviously that was on Netflix, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it probably was released in some cinemas, but it was certainly released on Netflix. You've seen that one, haven't you? You watched it. You said it was quite good.
Yeah,
I've still
not watched it yet.
yet to get around to do it. I've seen quite a few clips of it. and it does look really good. And from what I've seen, in terms of the costuming and stuff like that, I can understand why it's gone and won. Certainly, like costume and makeup and the production design, because obviously it's yes, it is, isn't it? Yes, and he has a very distinct style, doesn't he?
And he puts a lot into like the making of the films as well. You know what I mean? Like he puts a lot into the designs of costumes and the practicalness of everything. Like everything's made. So I think it's good that he won all the practical kind of awards.
And it does make sense because I've just got some of the stills up from like the film and whatnot, and the sets are particularly around Dr. Frankenstein's lab and things like that. They are stunning sets.
Grand.
And then obviously the design of the monster himself and things like that is really good. J.K. Bell-Lawdy that played the monster, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was good too.
And Oscar Isaacs obviously as Dr. Frankenstein. But yeah, I can see why it's gone and won sort of the 3 big production awards, because some of these visuals in terms of like the costumes and things like that are brilliant. Me and Amy have been meaning to watch it for ages, because obviously she I think Frankenstein was one of the novels that she read at school, so she quite likes that particular story, so we need to get around to watching it.
Apparently it's quite a I'm sure I've heard that it's quite an authentic adaptation, but
I'd heard that
because it's one of his like passion projects, isn't it? He's wanted to do it for like years and years, so it's nice that he's actually got to do it.
Del Toro's taken on quite a few sort of the classic horror monster stories of late, isn't he? I'm sure I've heard a rumor that he's got another one in the works now as he's done Frankenstein. I know obviously we had Nosferatu last year that wasn't Del Toro, I don't think, was it? It was somebody else. But I
mean, he's always been quite gothic in his subject matter, anyway, so I think he just loves that kind of genre.
Yeah,
I suppose. To play in horror and gothic, but yeah.
But he can,
Steven Spielberg was at the ceremony this year. I'm not quite sure why though. I think he produced something, but he didn't. I don't think he made anything.
He's involved in the film that's coming out later in the year.
Disclosure Day. Yeah.
Disclosure. That's it. Yeah, Disclosure Day. I can't remember if he's directing it or he's producing it or both, but he's involved in that, so it makes sense that he would be there.
I found out watching the ceremony that he produced Hamnet along with Sam Mendes, which I did not know. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
So some strong producers in that film, isn't it? Because on the best film now it says all the producers at the bottom on each film.
Ah, right. Okay.
So okay, didn't know that. Yeah.
Guessing he didn't go up on stage then for that, with him just being a producer. Would he have just sort of sat down, or?
Hamnet didn't win Best Picture. To be fair. What's it did? One battle.
Oh yeah, no, it didn't. Yeah, so yeah, sorry.
Jessie Buckley won for Best Actress, but I think that was that it? Yeah, Hamnet didn't win loads, to be fair, but it was more between One Battle After Another and Sinners, really. There wasn't an overarching mega winner really, because like. One Battle After Another, I think, got 6, and then Sinners got 4. Frankenstein got 3, so it wasn't like even K-pop Demons has got like 2 or 3. So
it's been spread out a bit this year. There's not been like a.
It's not like.
I mean,
110.
I mean, you could probably say that One Battle After Another has dominated by getting 6, but
yeah, cause I think they've done.
It's not like Return of the King where it was nominated for 11 and won 11.
Yeah. So. But I think over the awards season, I think One Battle After Another has probably done the best. But it's nice for Sinners to get so many, because I didn't expect it to. But it's been a great year for horror. God, because Frankenstein got nominated, Sinners got nominated, Weapons got nominated for things. I think there was
having a bit of a resurgence as a genre.
It's like not even like it's just like in the current, like it's actually getting awards, which is cool. It shows that directors are not scared of directing horror anymore. I think the stigma around horror films has kind of died off a little bit now, I think.
I think it's probably helping as well, the branching out in terms of horror. It's not just we went for a stage where most horror films that were coming out were just all slashers or body gore and things like that. So it's nice that they are going back to sort of the traditional classic style of horror films as well, like say with Frankenstein, with Nosferatu last year. Sinners to an extent is obviously it's they leave the horror to pretty much the last end of the last part of that film, things like that. So instead of it just being like an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of just someone going around butchering people in gruesome ways. I know we've had Scream this year, but because they're going back to some of the more classic side. Classic side of horror. Maybe that's why you started to see them getting a bit more recognition again.
Maybe. I suppose they're using lots of even though sinners, weapons. That one was apparently quite an original film, and that's got quite a lot of praise. To be fair, I think there's room for both at the minute. Been quite a lot of horror that's come out, but I think they're using a lot of the creatures, aren't they? Like vampires, Frankenstein, like monsters and things like that.
There's also got The Mummy coming out later in the year, so yeah, they're going back down the classic route. Next award, as we move up the list, best visual effects. I think it's probably no surprise that Avatar: Fire and Ash won that, seeing as it's 95% CGI.
Is it just for a sheer amount of visual effects and they won that award?
Well, I mean, it went up against F1, Jurassic World Rebirth, Sinners again, The Lost Bus.
Not heard of that one.
Not heard of that one.
No.
Obviously, I've seen Sinners, I've seen Jurassic World Rebirth. I didn't see F1 because it just didn't fully appeal to me. I'm not a big Formula One fan, so.
Apparently, it's good though. So.
Yeah. I didn't see Avatar: Fire and Ash because I'm just not a fan.
No.
I'm just not a fan. I've seen the first two, and it's just the same story over again, just in different colours.
I do feel like at the minute visual effects is like an award that people aren't that bothered about. Because it's like everywhere. Like it's not really something that's championed. I mean, that's like I feel like Avatar is like the obvious answer to that award.
I think as well because we're going through a stage where visual effects aren't at their best anymore. You can put Avatar again. I mentioned it earlier on. You can put Avatar up against Return of the King, and I think the visual effects are probably better in Return of the King, and that film's 20 odd years old. There's just some I don't know what it is. I've mentioned it before. There's just some films that'll come out now. The visual effects will be good, and then other films they just look so poor. Marvel is bad for it at the minute. Their visual effects are terrible at the moment. But yet you look back to some of the early Phase 1 stuff and the visual effects are really good. So I think some of them are just getting lazy with it because it's just like, oh, it's visual effects. We know we've got to use it.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, there was nice to see Jurassic World being nominated in there. A bit of mainstream mixed in there. You don't usually get much mainstream.
Oh, that Spielberg will have been involved in the production of that.
Maybe, yeah.
I would have imagined. May have been like an executive producer. Because obviously he's got an affinity with the Jurassic franchise, so I think he'll have been involved in that. So that might be another reason why he was there.
Be fun to see him back in like mainstream media this year. To be fair, with Disclosure Day, it's been a while, I think. There's not really been a film of his that has come out recently where I've been like, ooh, but like I do. He is good with his sci-fi. Looking forward to Disclosure Day. It'll be good. Best sound, and we'll say film editing. So I can't imagine we're going to discuss these too much. So best sound winner was obviously F1. And best film editing was one of its first. Was obviously one battle after another. Obviously sound is quite important. Yeah, I'm sure that it was this one that was. I know it says Andy Jurgensen there, but I'm sure that is actually. I'm sure she was like the first woman to be like nominated for like best editing.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. So that was for film editing one too. Andy Jurgensen. So yeah, it was a big moment that obviously a woman's been recognised for that. I'm just having a quick look. Well, there was also when we look further up as well at one of the other ones, the next award, cinematography. Was the first time that's also been won by a female winner.
It was film editing that was a woman, wasn't it? I'm not imagining.
Possibly, certainly.
Because there was one
cinematography.
It might have been cinematography getting that mixed up.
It was the first time a female had won that for obviously her work on Sinners.
That was one of the three.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Speaking of Sinners, they also won Best Original Score. Ludwig Göransson.
Yeah, it's
we've mentioned a couple of times. Third win, isn't it?
Third one, God.
Yes, so because he got this one for Sinners, he won Oppenheimer and Black Panther, didn't he? Yes. So that puts him. I saw something about this earlier. So that puts him. Where I saw it.
What, are you comparing him to like Williams and stuff?
Yeah. So I think he's either 1 or 2 behind Hans Zimmer now, and he's only like 26.
Is he actually?
Yeah, he's still quite young.
That's crazy.
and he's like 3 or 4 behind John Williams. So he's got the possibility, because he's going to have quite a long career, to
it's only little
out-Oscar John Williams, the great John Williams.
He is really good though, and I love the music and stuff.
And I would anticipate that he will be up for it again next year in Best Score, because obviously he's doing the score for The Odyssey.
Yeah, maybe.
This year, so I would anticipate seeing his name up against Best Original Score again next year. But yeah, for such a young composer to have already got 3 Oscars and be not too far behind 2 of the best composers in Hollywood out there, I think he's doing quite well. And in fairness, I think the score for Sinners was quite good, because he did the mix again. He was his score, but then he mixed in some sort of original songs, didn't he? Because there was characters in there that were playing music.
Yeah, they did
in the thing. So
they did an awesome rendition of the that scene in the film where it goes through time. They did that like on stage, which was cool.
Yeah.
And the guy who plays I don't even know his name, Michael B. Jordan's cousin, essentially. He was on stage, like actually performing it live, which was cool.
So
that was really good. I enjoyed that. That was a good performance. And he actually learned guitar for that role. Apparently, he didn't play it before.
Yeah, I'd heard that. So he's just adds to the authenticity as well, doesn't it? Then really, instead of him just sort of mimicking, it's generally them performing there. Then so.
All the audience enjoyed that as well. Everyone stood up after that performance. I might rewatch that film. I've only ever watched it like to get back on. Got it on DVD. Got it on Blu-ray.
I would imagine that Goranson's doing the score for the Mandalorian and Grogu film as well, because obviously he did the score for the TV series.
Maybe.
So I would imagine he's doing it for the film as well.
I can't imagine that will get nominated.
No, I can't imagine it probably. Well, you never know.
Grogu was there. Did you see? Grogu was there.
Yes, I did. I saw that.
I like Conan's joke about him not being able to clap as well. That was hilarious. Where he was like, clap, Grogu, clap. And he couldn't do it.
They had
that was so funny.
Sigourney Weaver and Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal without a moustache, which just looks wrong.
Yeah, it looked really weird. He was clean shaven, wasn't it? It was really odd.
So
and
weird.
Then there was someone sat next to Grogu, and Sigourney Weaver calls her a bitch.
Oh yeah, who was it? I feel like it was like Jennifer Hood. Who's the daughter of Goldie Hawn? That one. She was sort of sat next to him.
Oh, who it was? Right, okay.
I think it's Jennifer.
But yeah, no, I did see the clip of Grogu being there, because he's a big movie. He's going to be a big movie star now. You know, he's made the jump from the small screen to the big screen, so it makes sense that he would have been there.
Yeah, that was cute.
So, I mean, you never know. It might also get nominated. I think
Star visual Wars effects and stuff. Do you think? Oh, I don't know.
No, I think Star Wars in the past has previously been nominated for like scores and things like that. Maybe like the original film when it first came out, but
yeah, maybe.
So I never know. But I definitely think he'll be nominated for the Odyssey over the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah, probably. I should hope so.
Because I would imagine that his score for that is going to be an epic.
Yeah, I'm still not sure about.
As we move up, obviously you've already mentioned K-pop Demon Hunters getting Best Original Song. I think that's one we predicted it was always going to win, wasn't it, really?
Yeah, I mean, and it's not up against much, really. I don't even know any of these other songs, I'm not going to lie. I suppose I lied to you.
From Sinners, yeah.
I suppose that was good, but...
but I don't recall any of the other ones. So we knew that anyway when we had a look. We always figured that was going to be a winner.
Yeah, it's nice for a completely different culture to get recognised. I think, to be fair, they had a performance as well, which was pretty good. A live rendition of Golden, which was quite nice. The production's been really good on the ceremony this year. To be fair, the stage looked nice and everything. All the performances were really good. It was a good show. But yeah, that got original song and original animated movie as well. It got that
feature as well, best animated feature, which again it makes sense because it was such a huge hit. I know that Zootopia or Zootropolis, depending on what region you come from, where it named, that sequel, I think became one of the biggest selling films for Pixar. But
ever,
I think, I think K-pop Demon Hunters was. I think that was always going to come out as the winner for animated feature, just because of the impact that it had when it first came out.
I think it's just a bit more original, like Korean culture and stuff in general has just become quite popular, hasn't it? So I think it's just something a bit different than Disney. Netflix is killing it at the minute, though. And you think it's obviously Frankenstein's Netflix, K-pop's Netflix. I feel like there's a couple that have been well.
adapted screenplay, one battle after another. So
I still need to see that.
I'm guessing that's based on a story or a book or something. Then if it's been adapted to.
Okay, yeah.
I've not seen it, but this is the DiCaprio film, isn't it? Because like I've always stated, that DiCaprio does one film a year that tends to get nominated for Oscars, and he'll get nominated for Best Actor. And once again, this is no, he didn't win, but it doesn't normally work for him anyway. But he always ends up in a film that comes out towards sort of the back end of the year that gets nominated for Oscars. He'll get nominated for Best Actor, and then ultimately, apart from The Revenant, which he won for, he will fail. But yeah,
they did make a funny joke about him being the most memed actor though, which I thought was quite funny.
Well, if he'd stopped getting with two younger women, maybe they'd stop memeing him when he breaks up with them. Probably edit that out so we don't get sued.
It was the butt of quite a few jokes at the ceremony as well, which was quite funny. But I think he just takes it in his stride, to be fair. I don't think he takes himself too seriously. At least not on camera.
Original screenplay, Sinners. Can agree on that, I suppose. It went up against what? Blue Moon, Just an Accident, Marty Supreme, and Sentimental Value, which ended up winning international film. So
yeah, it's a well put together film. Really, I love Sinners. It's good. Guessing it was Coogler who did the screenplay, was it?
Yes, it was. Ryan Coogler won for that.
I like how humble he seems as well whenever he gets up on stage. Like he proper seems like awestruck whenever he wins anything. Like I don't know how he's doing so well, but like every time he's like surprised. Like, I won again. Because like he just seems like a good guy to be fair. And, like he really like appreciates everyone and everything around him, kind of thing, which is nice to get a first enjoys doing what he's doing. That's why I like Guillermo del Toro as well, because he's really a champion of the craft and stuff.
Yeah, there's someone that you get the feeling that the likes of Coogler and del Toro, they make the films that they put out, they make them because they enjoy what they're doing, and they sort of are 100% behind the whole project itself. Whereas you might have other directors that are just doing it for a payday type thing, because you can kind of tell that they put 100% in to everything that they do.
Yeah, it's like
it kind of comes across, doesn't it, on the screen?
It's like Nolan as well. Like these are the kind of directors that put my faith back into the film industry, and I'm like not making me worried about streaming and stuff because they're still making quality movies for movie lovers. You know what I mean? I enjoy.
Yeah.
I can still go to the cinema and see something that's mind blowing, which is quite. I'd probably say Denis Villeneuve is kind of going that way as well. Like everything that he makes is a quality as well. Exciting.
Should we start getting some of the bigger ones now?
What's next?
Best director. As we've mentioned, K-pop obviously winning animated feature, so skip over that. So best director.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
For One Battle After Another.
See, I don't know if I've ever watched another Paul. I don't know if I've watched any Paul Thomas Anderson films. Have you? Do you even know any Paul Thomas Anderson films off the top of your head? I don't know any. Let me have a look. I was thinking maybe I've seen some, but I didn't know that they were Paul Thomas Anderson.
There Will Be Blood back in.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Was that the last film we made?
No. That's just one that he's known for.
I've seen that. It's Google. Paul.
Just going through his thing on IMDb.
Thomas.
He's done quite a lot of music videos.
Oh, random.
By the looks of it.
Wikipedia.
Including some for Radiohead.
Cool. Where's his film? There we go. Right, looking at frequent collaborators. It's no good to me.
Yeah, I'm looking at it through that list, and I think the one that I've heard of is There Will Be Blood back in 2007.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
That's the only one that I name-wise that I recognise.
Movies. Boogie Nights, I've heard of that.
Oh, it's Boogie Nights.
Licorice Pizza, I've heard of that. The Master, I've heard of that. Phantom Thread. Oh, they're all like quite arty-farty films, to be fair.
Yeah.
That'd be why I've not seen any of them, really. I've heard of, but I've not seen.
So for him to go from, do you know how IMDb puts the known for, like the top 4 sort of things that he's known for? Literally, the most recent one is There Will Be Blood. So that's 2007. So between 2007 and now, when he's won for One Battle After Another, he doesn't seem to have. It's like I say, he's done so much music videos instead.
Licorice Pizza was 2021. That was the most recent, I think.
Oh yeah. So must have done quite well then, if that's led him to win Best Director. It must be a decent film.
Often described as one of the preeminent filmmakers of his generation. What's that even mean?
Like
preeminent?
Top tier type thing.
Okay.
You have to give One Battle After Another a watch then at some point to see what all the
fuss is about.
Because the next one, obviously, Best Supporting Actor is Sean Penn from One Battle After Another.
Yeah, he wasn't there. He wasn't at the ceremony.
Was he not there?
No, he doesn't really like the whole awards thing, does he? I don't think.
Apparently. Right, okay.
Considering he's won like 3 of them, but yeah.
I was going to say, he's won a few, hasn't he? So he just didn't turn up for it. Fair enough.
Yeah, one of the funny things that Conan O'Brien said that made me laugh was, what was it? It was something about Ryan Coogler doesn't want to be in the Oscars Academy Board or something. You know, like one of the people that votes for things apparently, because he doesn't like to judge his fellow filmmakers work and stuff. And then Conan just went, "Yeah, but you assholes all love doing it," and just pointed that to the crowd. Which I thought was hilarious. And then Coogler was just like, "It's not what I meant, but alright." Which I thought was hilarious. But it is nice that he's kind of rejecting something that judges other filmmakers. I think it's nice that I think a lot of the people kind of said that won awards were kind of saying that everyone's kind of a winner, which I thought was quite nice. But I'm just the one that gets the take this home kind of thing, which I thought was quite cool. I like it when everyone's kind of on the same team, no one in competition with each other. No one even kind of looked annoyed when they didn't win either, which I thought was quite nice. Everyone was kind of like, "Oh yeah," no one.
I understand having that sort of outlook on things like this, film awards and things like that, because there's all right, yeah, there are probably people out there that sort of campaign to win type thing. They'll try and butter up the judging panel and things like that, but most of them, like you say, they do their craft, and then it's just whether or not the Oscar board obviously then votes for them. So I can kind of get that. But on the flip side, when it comes to competition, no, there's winners and there's losers. You are competing, but obviously that's on a sporting side of things. So I hate it, and obviously I don't have children like you. Do schools still do that when you go to sports days and everyone's a winner? Here's a little ribbon for everyone. No, there are winners and there are losers. Kids need to learn to win and to lose.
I mean, you don't really get.
So I'm all for it for the Oscars, and I'm saying, yeah, we're all winners here. Things like that's perfectly fine, because they can't really dictate who's going to win what. But when it comes to actual competition, no, there are winners and there are losers.
That's a very British way of looking at it, Lewis. Because I like it. Our Americans all say that at the BAFTAs as well, the Brits always vote for their own kind of thing. That's why loads of people that were British actors won, and there was no British actors nominated at the Oscars this year.
Wow.
None. There was an Irish one, but there's no British one.
So that's the Americans trying to get their own back then, is it? We're on to you, Yanks.
That's funny. Yeah, I think it's the first time in ages, but there's not been a Brit, I think, apparently. So that's quite funny.
Fair enough. But, anyway, we digress.
I like digressing.
Best Supporting Actress went to Amy Madigan for Weapons.
From Weapons, yeah. That was quite a nice speech. She was quite humbled by that, because I think it's been 30 years or something since she's been nominated for any award or anything, so that's quite nice that she got.
Just having a look. She won Best Supporting Actress for Weapons, becoming the first winner for the category from a horror film since Ruth Gordon for Rosemary's Baby in 1969.
Bloody hell! See, look, horror's coming back, man. I'm telling you.
But yeah, it's her first Oscar nomination since '86, which is why she's obviously waited for 40 years. She's been shortlisted for a role twice in her lifetime. So she says she was quite overwhelmed by it. Well, I imagine she would be if she's only been nominated twice in a 40-year career.
But yeah, her speech was quite.
That's good. Then obviously Best Actor, as we've mentioned already, Michael B. Jordan, probably a deserved winner. He's gone up against Timothée Chalamet, Marty Supreme, DiCaprio, as I've mentioned, is always nominated when he's in a film for One Battle After Another.
I like that
Ethan Hawke.
I like that
he was nominated as well.
The nominations are getting a bit more diverse these days. Kate Hudson, that was who was sitting next to Grogu. I just saw it on the list of nominees. Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, I liked everyone kind of was all behind Michael B. Jordan as well, to be fair, which was nice. There was no no grumpiness from Chalamet. Yeah, I do like how diverse the nominees are as well, to be fair. All really different performances.
And we kind of, again, we sort of predicted that he might end up winning Best Actor.
I don't know, did we? I don't know if
I did. I know I did. I don't know if you were like fully in agreement with it, but I know I did.
I didn't think that he would, because I didn't think Sinners was that going to win that many, but well, not the bigger ones anyway. But I was pleasantly surprised when I saw that he'd won. To be fair, it's nice. So good.
Best Actress obviously was Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. She won the Best Actress at the BAFTAs, so it kind of sort of was expected, I suppose, that she would win it.
I've not watched the BAFTAs yet. I might watch that another time. First, be quite good.
I mean, looking at the ones that she's gone up against, I know Emma Stone's won previously, but Kate Hudson was nominated. Rose Byrne. I suppose, not to take anything away from her, but I suppose Jessie Buckley was sort of always going to win that type thing.
I think so. Yeah, I've heard that she's really good in that film. I've not seen it personally.
Yeah.
But, I think I need to watch all these when they come out for on Sky Movies.
Indeed. And then finally, the big one, Picture of the Year. There's quite a few that were nominated for that, so I'll just obviously Frankenstein was nominated. Yeah.
They've made it bigger now, haven't they? The nominees. They've made it like 10 instead of 5, have they?
Yeah. So Frankenstein was nominated. F1, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, Sinners, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Train Dreams, Begonia, and then obviously the winner was One Battle After Another. As we say, that's won 6 awards. That was the big one, the Best Picture. Should probably give it a watch at some point.
Yeah, I'm guessing they'll all be now award season's over with, and that I bet they'll be on.
They'll start getting them out there, yeah.
Sky Movies, they'll be on there soon. I
Just
feel like
blurb for it.
I think Hamnet's been out for ages, so I'm sure somewhere. Sinners I already own. Frankenstein's on Netflix. I wouldn't mind seeing Begonia. It looks like a very quite like Emma.
When their enemy resurfaces after 16 years, a group of ex-revolutionaries unite to rescue the daughter of one of their own. Is the blurb for One Battle After Another. So, yeah.
I wonder what DiCaprio's going to be in next.
I don't know. Give it another, what are we in now? March. Give it till sort of September, October time, and I'm sure he'll be in something.
He's going to be in I feel like it's a horror film with Jennifer Lawrence. I can't remember who's directing it, but that's what he's in next, I think. Because they've worked together before. I saw actors and actors with them both talking to each other. That'll be coming, I think that's in this year. So, yeah, overall, it was a good outcome, I think. Nothing too surprising apart from B. Jordan, personally. I think that was quite a nice surprise. So I wasn't too sure what way that was going to go. I think everyone was like, Timothée Chalamet at one point, weren't they? And he was like the favourite, but got it.
I had a feeling he'd win it. It was just a hunch that I had. Because it was a decent film. He was playing 2 roles in it, 2 slightly different characters. I thought he did really well, so I wasn't shocked when I woke up this morning and saw that he'd won it. Yeah.
Who do we think's going to be nominated next year? What from other films that are coming out?
I would expect The Odyssey to do quite well. I imagine that'll go up there for best director, best picture. There's quite a few actors in there, so you would think that one of them maybe would be nominated. Matt Damon, perhaps. I know he's in it. Zendaya's in it, so she might get nominated for like supporting actress, just depending on how big her role is.
Oh, there's a film with her and Robert Pattinson coming out this year as well. It looks quite good. It's called The Drama or something, I think, which looks quite good. I don't know if that'll be a good Oscar contender. Yeah. I'm just gonna have a quick Google what film.
See.
Film 2020. Oh, Toy Story 5 comes out this year as well. Will that be best animated feature? Do you reckon?
Quite possibly.
Dune 3 comes out this year as well.
Anyway, that was our roundup then of the Oscars.
Yes, I'm going to try and get some kind of subscription to a cinema so I can actually watch some of the Oscar nominations next year, so I can actually have a bit more of an informed view on some of the nominations and live at the cinema for the next. Would be exciting.
But let us know down in the comments what you thought of the winners. Anyone that you disagreed with that should have won, maybe. Let us know in the comments. It'd be interesting to see everybody else's thoughts.
We hope you've enjoyed this Oscar special of Midland Movie News, and coming up next on the channel is probably our re-review of Iron Man 2, I think, and after that's coming up is Thor on our road to Doomsday coming in December, so we're watching every movie in the MCU, so that's going to be fun to re-watch, because I've actually quite enjoyed the ones I've watched so far. To be fair, it's interesting to watch them after seeing where things go for each character. I think it's quite a fun journey so far. So that's coming up, and please like, subscribe and share to the Midland Earth channel, and we will see you on the next video. It's goodbye from me.
Bye from him.